Hi guys, I'm Tom Koo from Tom Koo Live, and today I'm with GoWithMi, and here's the CEO Oliver, and here's the CTO Simon. And GoWithMi is actually a decentralized map. A decentralized map. So what it means is, it's not like you're decentralizing the map. It's just a map. And what is decentralized then? So these guys, what they want to do is think about Google Maps or whatever location-based service is out there. You provide these centralized Google map organizers, whatever, administrators with all your information, where you frequently go, whatever, and you don't have any reward for that. So what these guys going to try to do is, they want to give a reward to your submission of your data. And another thing is about POI, which is point of interest. And point of interest is like you live in a where in a town, whatever, and you know the location best, right? So you know which road is bad, for instance, which shop is good, you know the color, whatever. So what they want to do is they really want to put life into the map, and how to do it, get the information from you guys, and then pay you. I mean, I think that's basically their idea right now, and for that they actually using a side fork. I mean, that's the term he used, of EOS, because EOS is by far the fastest blockchain. So they're going to use that. So on the upside, I think it's not something very sexy, because there are a lot of similar projects. I'm not talking about mail. I'm talking about other things. You just give your data, like for instance medical data, marketing data, and you're not getting paid. So there are a lot of blockchain projects that actually try to build this kind of environment. So in that sense, it's ordinary, but using it for the map, that has great potential, because I mean, even myself, I know that, when I use location-based service, I don't like a GPS, because then, all my data is, exposed. But what can I do? But, I mean, if I get paid by it, why not? It's a good thing. But on the other hand, map is actually really dominated by big players like Google Map or whatever is out there. I don't even have an idea. And then, it's just about habit, because, I use Naver Map, for instance, Google Map, when I try to find, places. So it's going to be not very easy to actually, just by rewarding people, to actually kind of, get on top of those, large companies. But again, most blockchain projects, face the same problem, right? So, but that's going to be one problem. The other thing I have technologically is actually about the side fork. I'm not sure if the term is sidechain, but according to Simon, actually EOS is very interested in getting these guys on board. Let them fork, create their own chain, and then they're going to use the chain for payment. They're going to use the chain for data transmission. So that part, I think I have to kind of research, because I'm not well aware of that. Because my view is that sidechain is always kind of out of the concept of decentralization, transparency, immutability, because there got to be a flaw. But what he says to me is that actually he can use, of course, he can use the nodes on EOS and also the block producers, because he's going to drive business. In that case, they are going to eager to receive the fees, right, from these guys. So that's the story, but we have to research that aspect. And business-wise, right now, like I said, I don't have other comments, because it's not very exceptional. It's just applying the same concept to mapping. Wherever there's user data involved, then in that case there's always the possibility to use blockchain to actually compensate the user. So in that case it just makes sense. But anyway, do you guys have any comments, about the strength of your project? Or I mentioned about some weaknesses, right? Do you have any counter opinions?
I think actually we focus on our decentralized map, and we also try to do some support to our ecosystem, especially for decentralized sharing economy. You know, actually for the developing country like SEA, like Indonesia, you know, lots of people doesn't have a bank card, you know. To them, you know, we will have ability to do some like token payment, you know. But you cannot be
The time then.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. You know, for developing country like Indonesia, like something, you know, is the infrastructure is not so good. Not only for traffic, also by financial, like a bank. You know, not so many people have bank card. So for us, we will have ability to do a token payment system for local user. You know, it's.
But I mean, that's very different from the map, right? Because it's different.
I don't think. You know, in the map, we will have a lot of use scenario like car sharing, like food, like something. So, you know China Alibaba, right? The Alipay is very popular just because it's have a e-commerce portal, right? It's a user scenario. So for our case,
so for instance, we didn't discuss this, but you know, this is like an Uber type of thing, right? Like Uber, right? I mean,
Uber,
using the map, right?
Uber.
Or Kakao taxi, whatever. It's very similar, right? But in that case, the blockchain is used to get the information and pay the user for that.
Something like that. Yeah, smart contract for yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
what do you think about? I mean, my opinion, you know, what do you think about, you know, you're using blockchain to kind of get an upper hand with against competitors like Google Map or Uber or whatever, you know, big companies out there, right? I mean, do you think it's possible? Because these guys are really strong, right? They really have the power to kill everybody.
Actually, I think, you know, Google and is a very light company actually. You know, just in Indonesia, actually doesn't have any guy in charge of operation, so we can work hard. So I think.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. So you're kind of, you know, starting from actually the areas that these guys are weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's right.
Let me take an example for that. We have some resource. You know, the open source, the OpenStreetMap data. The OpenStreetMap data, the POI in OpenStreetMap data, it just have about 15 POI per quantum square kilometer, right?
Kilometer?
Square 平方公里.
Square kilometer.
Just one 15. Yeah. But in China, in Beijing, the same area, we have at least 500 POI.
And do you guys already have an MVP?
Sorry?
An MVP.
MVP.
Like a beta version.
Sure. Okay.
We actually yes, we actually have already launched in Indonesia. We already have the
one. Map, right? The map.
Yeah. The whole map thing is already done.
And people can see it?
Of course. People have used it and done it.
Already have 1 million users. Yeah.
How many?
1 million user.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a strength. And another thing is actually, you know, I mean, this guy is an map expert. You know, he has done, you know, back-to-back everything, you know, when it comes to the technology aspect, right? Creating maps, right? I mean, I can even, you know, not fathom, you know, how deep his skills are. And this guy, he has been, you know, really on the business side, but he has worked for a very big map company as well, right?
NavTech, or Here Map.
And in China. How long you have worked there?
5 years.
Okay. And in what position?
SVP.
Was it like marketing or?
No, operation, local operation for APAC market.
Okay. Because I always think that, you know, it's very important, you know, to see the team and, you know, whether they have actually, you know, experience and expertise in that market. But, you know, these guys, I was a little bit surprised because I thought this guy was actually a blockchain guy. They have another blockchain guy, you know, in the USA. And but, you know, when you talk about his experience, you know, in mapping, you know, that was, I think, you know, kind of a very, you know, strong, you know, good thing. All right. That was my opinion, and thank you very much for this interview. It was a very intensive interview. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, guys, bye. I'm Tom Koo. Get ready for the next challenge.